Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing around the personal finance world: how to achieve financial freedom. But hold on to your wallets, because we're about to flip the script on everything you thought you knew. This is the Finance Virtuoso channel. If you're new here, hit subscribe and the notification bell for the best money tips and tricks. Let's start with a harsh truth. Most of the advice out there about financial freedom is, well, it's not exactly wrong, but it's missing the point. You've probably seen those videos claiming they can make you more financially successful than 99% of people. And what do they tell you? Set goals, be disciplined, cut out distractions. But here's the kicker: if everyone's doing it, how is it supposed to make you more successful than 99% of people? It's like saying, to win a race, just run faster than everyone else. Now, don't get me wrong. Goals, discipline, and focus are great. But they're not the secret sauce to financial freedom. They're more like the bun of the burger. Necessary? Sure. The main event? Not even close. So what is the real way to achieve financial freedom? Buckle up, because it might not be what you want to hear. The 3 keys to financial freedom. 1. Have a contrarian idea. 2. Be correct about that idea. 3. Execute on it massively. Let's break these down. 1. Have a contrarian idea. Most people never have a truly contrarian idea in their entire lives. They just go with the flow, nodding along to whatever their friends or favorite influencers are saying this week. But to achieve real financial freedom, you need to think differently. You need to look at the world and see opportunities where others see obstacles. You need to question the status quo and ask, what if? 2. Be correct about that idea. Now, here's the tricky part. Having a contrarian idea is one thing. Being right about it? That's a whole other ballgame. The vast majority of contrarian ideas are, well, wrong. Sometimes embarrassingly so. This is actually the hardest part of achieving financial freedom. You have to disagree with everybody and then be right. 3. Execute on it massively. If you've managed to come up with a contrarian idea and you're actually correct about it, congratulations. You're already ahead of 99% of people. But now comes the part that everyone loves to talk about: execution. Yes, you need to put in the work. Yes, you need to grind. But here's the thing: execution gets all the attention because it's easy to observe and replicate. It's much sexier to talk about waking up at 4 a.m. and doing cold plunges than it is to discuss the nuances of market analysis or innovative business models. But execution alone isn't enough. If you're executing perfectly on a mediocre idea, you're still not going to achieve true financial freedom. You'll just be really good at being average. The myth of the perfect routine. Now, let's talk about something that drives me crazy: the obsession with routines and habits of successful people. You've seen the videos: I followed Elon Musk's morning routine for a week and now I'm a billionaire. Spoiler alert, no, you're not. Here's a reality check for you. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on the planet, starts his day with a trip to the McDonald's drive-thru. Steve Jobs wasn't Steve Jobs because he ate a ton of fruit. He was Steve Jobs because he had a vision of personal computers that was a decade ahead of everyone else. The truth is, these little habits and routines don't matter nearly as much as we think they do. If you can do one thing that 100x's your results, the other 99 things become irrelevant. But people don't like hearing this because finding that 100x factor is incredibly difficult. It's much easier to copy someone's morning smoothie recipe and pretend it's the key to success. The real secret: being a correct contrarian. So if it's not about the perfect morning routine or the latest productivity hack, what is it about? It's about being a correct contrarian. It's about having the courage to question widely held assumptions. It's about looking at opportunities that most people can't be bothered with. It's about adopting unpopular beliefs and sticking to them when everyone else is laughing at you. Think about the biggest breakthroughs in history. At one point, every single one of these ideas sounded ridiculous. The Earth revolving around the sun? Preposterous. A computer in every home? Yeah, right. Electric cars that people actually want to drive? Keep dreaming. But someone, somewhere, looked at these ideas and said, you know what? I think this could work. And they were right. The downside of extreme success. Now, before you run off to become the next Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, let's talk about why you might not actually want to be more financially successful than 99% of people. First off, nobody likes contrarians. If you think achieving extreme financial success is going to bring you all the validation and approval you've ever wanted, I've got some bad news for you. More often than not, it's the opposite. When you start pursuing your contrarian idea, people are going to think you're crazy. Your friends might stop hanging out with you. Your family might start wondering if you've joined a cult. And when you actually succeed? Well, that's when things get really weird. Secondly, to be a correct contrarian, you have to be willing to be an incorrect contrarian a lot. Most contrarian ideas are contrarian for a very good reason: they're wrong. You have to be willing to fail, and fail big, before you hit on that one idea that changes everything. Finally, and this is the kicker, extreme financial success isn't going to make you happy. I know you're probably thinking, I'd like to be unhappy in a Ferrari instead of unhappy on the bus. But trust me, it doesn't work that way. Success amplifies who you already are. If you're miserable now, extreme success is just going to make you extremely miserable. If you have great relationships, success will make those relationships even better. But it's not going to fix your life if it's broken. The real question you should be asking. So instead of asking, how can I become more financially successful than 99% of people, maybe you should be asking, why do I want to become more financially successful than 99% of people? Is it because you have a burning passion or a world-changing idea that you can't not pursue? Or is it because you think it'll solve all your problems and make everyone finally respect you? If it's the former, go for it. Chase that dream, pursue that contrarian idea, and maybe you'll end up changing the world. But if it's the latter, you might want to take a step back and reconsider. Because chasing extreme financial success for the wrong reasons is a surefire way to end up rich but miserable. The bottom line. I'm not saying don't strive for financial success. By all means, set goals, work hard, be disciplined. These are all good things. But don't fool yourself into thinking they're the secret to financial freedom. The real way to achieve financial freedom is to think differently, be right about your different thinking, and then work your ass off to make it happen. It's not easy, it's not guaranteed, and it might not even make you happy. But if you've got that burning idea, that vision of the future that no one else can see yet, then go for it. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person to change the world. And hey, if it doesn't work out, at least you'll have some great stories to tell. Maybe you can start a YouTube channel about it. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your contrarian ideas are. Who knows? Maybe one of you out there has the next billion-dollar idea. Until next time, keep thinking differently.